Imagine finishing a live stream, smiling, thanking your followers, telling everyone you'll see them again tomorrow. But 30 minutes later, you're dead. Your body is hidden inside a suitcase, driven hundreds of kilometers away, and abandoned on a quiet mountain. This isn't fiction. This is the disturbing, true story of Yoon, a rising Korean TikTok influencer whose life ended in one of the most chilling social media crimes in recent history, and the person responsible. Not a stranger, not a random attacker, but one of her biggest supporters, a man who donated thousands of dollars to her streams and secretly became obsessed. Tonight, we uncover the final live stream, the mysterious VIP fan, known as Black Cat, the disturbing CCTV footage, and how a suitcase led police to the truth. Before we begin, if you enjoy true crime documentaries that reveal the dark side of the internet, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the story you're about to hear is something every content creator should know. In the fast-moving world of social media, fame can appear almost overnight. For Yoon, that rise was happening quickly. She was in her early 20s, friendly, charismatic, and relatable. Her TikTok content was simple but engaging. Livestream chats, daily lifestyle updates, moments that made her audience feel like they knew her personally, and it worked. Within a short time, she had built an audience of over 300,000 followers. But like many influencers trying to grow their brand, Gia also relied heavily on livestream donations. Fans could send money, gifts, and tips during broadcasts. Some supporters gave a few dollars, others gave much more, but one supporter stood far above the rest, a mysterious donor known online as Black Cat. In livestream culture, top donors often gain special status. They receive recognition, sometimes even personal access to creators. For Black Cat, money bought influence. Investigators later discovered he had donated tens of thousands of dollars to Gia's streams. On some platforms, reaching the VIP level requires spending enormous amounts of money, and he did. To Gia and her followers, he appeared to be a wealthy IT executive, successful, generous, powerful, but behind that online persona was a very different reality. Authorities later discovered the man, identified only as Choi, a man in his 50s, was actually drowning in financial problems. His house had been seized. He was deep in debt, and the money he had spent on livestream donations was far beyond what he could afford. But by that point, his connection with Gia had already grown much deeper, because Black Cat wasn't just a fan anymore. He had become something else, a business partner. According to investigators, Choi approached Gia with an offer. He claimed he could help grow her online career. More followers, more income, more exposure. To a young influencer trying to succeed, the proposal seemed promising. But over time, the relationship reportedly became increasingly controlling. Schedules, content decisions, financial expectations. Choi began exerting pressure over Gia's career, and eventually, she wanted out. Reports suggest Gia had decided to end their partnership. But for Choi, this wasn't just a business dispute. It was personal, because the man who had spent thousands of dollars trying to build influence over her life was about to lose everything. September 11th. On Yeongjang Island in Incheon, Gia went live one last time. The live stream seemed completely normal. She talked with fans, smiled, answered questions. Nothing appeared unusual. No one watching had any idea what was about to happen. But investigators later determined something terrifying. She would be dead within 30 minutes. Security cameras later revealed disturbing footage. At one point, Gia was seen trying to leave a vehicle, but the suspect pulled her back inside. Moments later, the car door slammed shut. Not long after, authorities believed the attack happened. The autopsy would later confirm the cause of death. Strangulation? After the murder, Choi began trying to cover his tracks. But his actions would eventually lead investigators straight to him. CCTV footage captured him moving a large suitcase. He then began driving across the country, from Incheon to a remote mountainous region nearly 3 hours away. During the trip, investigators say he stopped multiple times, likely attempting to confuse authorities. But eventually, the car reached a remote mountainside in Muju County. There, the suitcase was abandoned. Inside it was Gia's body. When police discovered the remains, the case quickly moved forward. Within 12 hours, authorities arrested the suspect. At first, he denied everything, but after police revealed they had found the body, he confessed. The death of Yoon shocked South Korea. Fans mourned, creators spoke out, and many began asking a disturbing question: how safe are influencers from their own supporters? Livestream platforms encourage close relationships between creators and fans, donations, private messages, VIP access. But sometimes, these interactions create parasocial relationships, situations where one person believes they have a deeper connection than actually exists. In Gia's case, investigators believe obsession, financial desperation, and control all played a role. And the result was a tragedy that exposed the hidden dangers of internet fame. For millions of viewers, influencers are just faces on a screen, but behind those screens are real people, with real lives and real risks. The story of Yoon is not just a crime story, it's a warning about the dangers of obsession, about the dark side of parasocial fame, and about how quickly admiration can turn into something far more dangerous. If you found this documentary informative, please consider liking the video and subscribing. And let me know in the comments, should social media platforms do more to protect influencers from dangerous fans? Because sometimes, the most terrifying threats aren't strangers. They're the people who watch us the most.
Already for any situation. Yes, and always making so many mistakes. Little dumb. Little dumb.